You walk into a room already carrying invisible pressure. Someone interrupts you mid-sentence. Someone throws a sarcastic comment wrapped in fake humor. Someone treats your kindness like weakness and your silence like permission. And what do most people do? They laugh it off. They shrink themselves. They stay quiet just to avoid tension. But every single time you betray your own boundaries to keep someone else comfortable, you silently teach the world how little your dignity costs. This is the dangerous trap of modern society. You were trained to believe that endless patience makes you a good person, that tolerating disrespect makes you mature, that staying agreeable earns love and respect. But the ancient Stoics understood something far more brutal. Respect is never handed to people who constantly abandon themselves. Respect is felt for those who stand firm without needing approval. In this video, we are breaking down 7 Stoic laws that will completely transform the way people treat you. These are not manipulation tricks. These are laws of self-respect, emotional discipline, and personal power. And once you internalize them, people will feel your boundaries before you even speak. Stay until the end, because the final rule is the one that changes everything. One of the most destructive habits people develop is nervous accommodation. Someone insults you indirectly, and you laugh. Someone crosses a line, and you pretend it did not affect you. Why? Because your mind fears conflict more than humiliation. But understand this clearly. When you smile at behavior that hurts your dignity, you unconsciously reward it. The Stoics believed that emotional control begins with awareness. Not every insult deserves a dramatic reaction. But disrespect should never receive fake comfort from you. The next time someone makes a cutting remark, do something different. Pause. Do not force a smile. Do not rush to soften the moment. Simply hold your composure. A calm face carries more power than emotional overreaction. Your silence forces people to confront the energy of their own behavior. And suddenly, the room changes. Because confidence is not loud. Confidence is the refusal to betray yourself for social approval. Most people are terrified of silence. The moment tension appears, they rush to explain themselves, defend themselves, or react emotionally. But powerful people understand something others ignore. The person who controls silence controls the emotional frame. When someone tries to provoke you, your immediate reaction determines who holds power in that moment. Weakness reacts instantly. Strength observes first. The Stoics trained themselves to pause before responding because emotion clouds judgment. So when conflict appears, slow everything down. Take a breath. Hold eye contact. Let silence sit in the room for a few seconds. That pause communicates emotional discipline. It tells others, you cannot control my nervous system. And that alone makes people rethink how they approach you. Because emotional reactions are predictable. Calm restraint is unforgettable. One of the clearest signs of insecurity is excessive explanation. When people question your decisions, your instinct may be to justify yourself endlessly. You explain your boundaries. You explain your absence. You explain your choices, hoping people will finally approve. But here's the truth. The more desperately you seek permission to live your life, the less authority your words carry. Stoic philosophy teaches self-trust. You do not need a courtroom defense for every decision you make. Sometimes a simple sentence is enough. I'm not available for that. That doesn't work for me. I've made my decision. No anger, no apology, no emotional performance. The strongest boundaries are calm and clear. People may not like your standards, but they will respect them far more than uncertainty. Because when you stop questioning your own worth, others stop questioning it too. Toxic people survive on emotional reactions. They provoke, they criticize, they create chaos. And the moment you explode emotionally, they gain control over your state of mind. Marcus Aurelius warned constantly about this. He understood that anger gives your peace away to someone else. Real strength is not emotional suppression. It is emotional mastery. When someone behaves disrespectfully, observe them calmly instead of absorbing their energy. Do not match their aggression. Do not become chaotic because they are chaotic. Instead, remain grounded. Your calmness becomes a mirror reflecting their instability back at them. And this is what emotionally manipulative people fear most. Someone they cannot emotionally move. A person who remains centered becomes impossible to dominate. Many people stay trapped in disrespect because they are terrified of losing people. So they tolerate bad treatment, they lower standards, they stay where they are clearly undervalued. But the Stoics understood one powerful truth. Attachment without self-respect becomes slavery. The moment people realize you will tolerate anything just to keep them around, your value drops instantly. Power begins when you understand this. You are never trapped. Not in a friendship. Not in a relationship. Not in an environment that destroys your peace. When necessary, walk away quietly. No dramatic speeches. No revenge. No begging to be understood. Just leave. Because your presence should be a privilege, not a guarantee. And when people know you respect yourself enough to leave unhealthy situations, they naturally begin treating you differently. One of the greatest prisons in life is the need to be liked by everyone. You fear being called selfish, cold, difficult, arrogant. So you constantly water yourself down to protect your image. But Stoicism teaches freedom from external validation. Not everyone will understand your boundaries. Not everyone will celebrate your growth. Some people benefited from the weaker version of you, and when you change, they become uncomfortable. That is normal. You do not need universal approval to live with dignity. Sometimes growth means disappointing people who are comfortable with your lack of self-respect. Let them misunderstand you. Your responsibility is not managing everyone's opinion. Your responsibility is protecting your inner peace and integrity. At the end of the day, respect does not begin with other people. It begins with the standards you refuse to abandon. Every moment in life gives you a choice to shrink or stand firm, to seek approval or protect your dignity, to react emotionally or remain composed. The Stoics called this the discipline of the inner citadel, the unshakable fortress within yourself that no outside chaos can control. And once you build that fortress, everything changes. People sense your boundaries. They feel your calmness. They recognize your self-respect without you needing to announce it. Because true power is quiet. It does not beg. It does not chase validation. And it never abandons itself just to be accepted. So from this moment forward, stop apologizing for taking up space in your own life. Stand taller. Speak clearer. Protect your peace. And never trade your dignity for temporary approval again. Ending CTA. If this video spoke to you, make sure to like and subscribe for more deep Stoic wisdom and psychological mastery. And comment below. I protect my peace and command my respect. Stay disciplined, stay grounded, and guard your inner fortress.